Matt, lots of building blocks coming into the night tonight, and ultimately those blocks were built on, and the team was able to execute, got a couple of bounces, and it just seemed to roll from there. What did you notice? 6-1 win. Congratulations, by the way. Nice to see those pucks finally going.
Yeah, I mean, we talked after the first period when we dominated. I mean, we outshot them significantly, 18-4 or 5, I think it was, and really the game wasn't in doubt. Ollie in his first start as a Viper in the BCHL kind of stood leaning on the crossbar a little bit, but at the end of the day, we went into, and bounces are earned. They truly are, and obviously we hadn't earned them yet, and so we need to build off that first period, go out and continue, and we score on the power play right away, which is huge because our power play was a threat in the first, but didn't get rewarded, and so I think that just calmed the nerves to get on the board first and then feel like we were going to get rewarded, and then the floodgates opened a little bit. We just kept coming. We kept the game simple and played fast.
Rolling 4 lines too, which wasn't easy to do. There were lots of penalties up and down. Let's quickly touch on that. 7 for 7 on the penalty kill. Too many penalties, but successful kills. So somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to learn what the standard is, and wanting to include some physicality, but then also having to be smart. And that we played these guys last weekend, so there's a little bit of carried over animosity, and so things needed to play itself out. They were in the box a lot as well, and I just feel like we've set a standard with penalty killers, and Mike and Ryan have kind of taken the leadership on that, and they've done a really good job of our forecheck and eliminating or denying our blue line and force them to give it the puck. And I feel like our killers go out and they actually create energy for us and momentum.
Couple of BCHL first tonight. Brendan Russell gets his first BCHL goal. Oliver Canet, solid 26 saves for his first BCHL win. And you and the rest of the coaching staff get your guys' first BCHL win. So a few check marks across the board. What's your pride level like for maybe the two players, but also the work that you three put together to get that win?
Well, I think it's nice to see the 2008s get rewarded, especially in they've been here and working hard. Our conversation after the game was, this has been a month in the making, right? And we started August 29th, and so we've worked hard to get to this point. And there's been moments where maybe you don't see the light. There's been moments where you want to fall into frustration. But for all of us, this is our first time together, and so a month in, for us to go out and have a game at home like this in the second weekend, I feel like is a massive foundational piece for us, and proves to the players that the message the coaches is sending is, when you do it the right way and do it for 60 minutes, you're going to get rewarded.
Thank you very much for the time. Congratulations.
Thank you.